Live from Toledo, 13 Action News starts now.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. I'm Claire Mitchell. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm happy you're here. Last day of summer before fall starts for us. Some of you are like, whoop. Others of you are like, leap. Like this guy here. We've got Aaron Ashley standing by with our Catterday forecast. This cat is a whole mood. He is many of us today, right, Aaron?
Oh, absolutely, Claire. For some of us, for exactly why you said and what you said, but...
And we're also following other breaking news this morning outside of our viewing area. We're talking about a mass shooting where over 20 people were shot late last night. Take a look at the scene here. Police officers responding to this scene around 11 last night in Birmingham, Alabama. Says at least 22 people are dead, including 13 children, following an Israeli missile strike in central Gaza. A social media post of a racist homecoming proposal causing major controversy in one Ohio community. We do want to warn you that this may be offensive to hear or see. Let's turn to some interesting health news now. You will soon be able to protect yourself from the flu without leaving your home. How does that sound? Well, the FDA has given the nod to the first influenza vaccine that doesn't have to be given by a healthcare provider. Flu Mist is a nasal spray from AstraZeneca that's currently available in pharmacies for people with a prescription. But now, with this FDA approval, officials are saying that the needle-free option, which I know I like, should be available to take at home by next year's virus season. So stay tuned for that. And apple picking season, it's now in full swing. And that means lots of cider, pies, crisps, however you enjoy your apples. But what if you could no longer pick them? Well, as summers get longer and hotter, the USDA says these shifting seasons and more frequent weather extremes, well, they're altering apple development, believe it or not. Talking about some disheartening crimes this campaign season, a local veteran says she feels like somebody is trying to take her freedom of speech away because she says a person has been creeping around her neighborhood trying to steal political yard signs. Low water, crunchy grass, and cracked soil have been the view outside in recent days. In fact, our first alert weather team is tracking that as of this morning, it's been nearly 2 weeks since most of our viewing area has seen any measurable rain. Looking across Ohio, more than 8 million residents are living in areas of drought. But why should you care about this? And will the rain that's expected for this week make any sort of a difference? To talk more about this topic, we are joined by Dr. Scott Heckathorn. He's a professor of plant biology at the University of Toledo. Scott, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking about this now for several days if people have been tuning in. And I have to, guess or ask myself, people are maybe wondering, why should I care about this? How does this impact the average person watching right now? Welcome back, everybody. Take a look at this new video. It shows a harrowing rescue made by a sheriff's deputy in Michigan. This is it here, and you can see her climbing into the window of a moving car. Let's get a closer look. So you're watching Macomb County Deputy Nicole Myron's body cam as she climbs, yes, through the car window of a person who's driving erratically, and she realizes that the man driving is actually having a medical emergency. So the deputy was able to stop the car and get the driver some medical assistance. Incredible work done here and some incredible footage. School absences, they're becoming more frequent, especially since the COVID-19 pandemic. But education leaders say this is really imperative for students as well and future to be in class. But educators have had to really think outside the box. One area came up with a reward system. Take a look. The United States Postal Service will implement, quote, extraordinary measures to ensure that the 2024 ballots for the nation's mail-in voters are delivered on time. This assertion made amid weeks of concerns raised by both parties about the post office's past performances and its ability to deliver for the American people. Let's turn now to a development. Hey now, on a story we told you about earlier this week, residents dealing with what experts say is one of the most venomous wasps out there. A massive bold-faced hornet's nest. You're getting up close and personal with one here, hovering above their sidewalk. Take a look. So some new developments now out of Springfield, Ohio, nearly 2 weeks since the now debunked claims made about those Haitian immigrants. $300,000 is coming to Toledo to help fight homelessness. The funding, secured by bipartisan Ohio House and Senate members, will go towards renovating Whitney Manor. That's what you're looking at here. And Unison Health. Some new information now. President Biden is expanding the reach of one of his signature programs. It's the Cancer Moonshot, and it's to include several Asia-Pacific countries. For those who aren't aware, the Cancer Moonshot is the national effort by the president and first lady to end cancer. Tomorrow, it's a discussion aimed at educating voters ahead of this November election. So Reinvest Toledo is hosting the Power Tour, where each session features different experts to discuss ballot-related issues. This could be a great opportunity for many of you. Moving on to something new this morning now. For the first time in 13 years, South Carolina has executed a death row inmate. His name is Freddie Owens, and he died from lethal injection on Friday. Former President Donald Trump returned to that key battleground state for that rally on Saturday. While Vice President Kamala Harris wasn't making any campaign appearances, she was instead talking about a potential second debate against Trump. Other news, the Toledo Mini. It's on today, which is a half marathon that runs through Maumee, Sidecut Metro Park, past the Toledo Zoo, and then ends in downtown Toledo at Fifth Third Field. If you've been up with us all morning, our Brenna Nye has been up with the runners and organizers as it stepped off. Let's head out to her now. Brenna is talking with someone who can give us a behind-the-scenes glimpse of putting on an event like this. It is wild what those dogs can do, right? The deputy says that it all comes down to training and commands. He says Canine Bane is actually a bite dog, but he won't bite every time, just when he is given a command to do so. All right, switching gears now. With the beginning of fall starting tomorrow, it's time to prepare for those colder months, whether you like it or not. But this isn't an option for everybody, as some are left with the decision to either buy those warm clothes or have other necessities. Susie's Coats for Kids and Hannah's Socks will be providing warm clothes and other resources for children and their families today. Let's check in with 13 Action News reporter Brenna Nye. She's at Jones Leadership Academy with more. Hey, Brenna. Here. Take a look. What says fall more than pie, right? In Indiana, the 48th annual Napanee Apple Festival, it's in full swing. This is a huge event with some huge desserts. Take a look. This is the state's largest pie. Not kidding. This iconic dessert weighs 600 pounds. It's 7 feet wide and took a team of people literally hours to assemble. The chief pie baker there says that this apple pie will be able to feed around 1,000 people. Well, I'm sorry, real quick, Erin, you read that is embarrassing? That's what I read too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I thought it would, yes.
Science is cool. All right, hey, this is kind of cool too. Take a look. Police officers, they're here to help people and pets on their worst day, right?
Absolutely. A Norwalk police officer helped save a cat, rescuing the pet after their head got stuck in a mayo jar. Ooh, the department says this happened Monday.
What an unfortunate jar to get stuck in. Maybe a little toasty, probably not smelling too nice in there.
Which jar would you want to get your head stuck in, Claire?
Preferably none, but maybe, like a jar of jam, like a jelly jar or something. No jars. So Officer Gardner is the one who carefully removed the kitty to safety. Good work, Officer Gardner. Shout out cats. Stay out of the jars, people. We're watching.
No jars.
Thanks for watching. 31st. And can I just say, I am so excited to be talking about pie and corn mazes.
And we're wearing orange and we're wearing brown.
Oh, we're leaning. Just a little bit of a lean. Happy fall, everybody. Thank you so much for waking up with us. And remember, this is home.